Andrew Tate is manipulating the youth. His flashy and exotic lifestyle makes the youth go wow. But Andrew Tate himself states that not everybody can live his lifestyle. Just before you guys get into the video, I'd like to nicely ask, can you guys please subscribe? It would really help me, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. He persuades you into thinking that everybody can reach his echelon of success. All know that Andrew Tate says that you don't need school to become successful. He makes you think that school isn't important, that you can just drop out of school like how he did and become a multi-billionaire. The percentage of you becoming a billionaire without the school, without a safety net, without a background, without building a single foundation is probably below 1%, or maybe 1% or 2%. So don't think you're gonna get some lottery type of luck that you're just gonna end up becoming a multi-billionaire without putting in any type of work. The reason why I say that he's manipulating the youth is because we need to understand that you can't just be lazy. You can't just say, no, I'm going to do bad in school. I'm going to forget about school because when I'm done with school, I'm going to make myself a multi-billion-dollar company. Do you realize that Andrew Tate still did exceptionally well in school? He stated himself that he was one of the top business students in his school. He got a scholarship to one of the best universities, but he rejected it. He was still a top student because school isn't as useless as he says it is. If you want to learn how to build discipline and test yourself, if you really are prepared to become that multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire that you want to become, you need to be able to handle the pressure of school, because schools, the pressure that you get from school is nothing in comparison to what you're going to be getting out there in the real world. Those two are two different ball games. So if you can't handle what school is doing to you, you say, oh, it's too much. No, there's no point of trying in it because if I try, it's not going to do anything for your future. But what you don't realize is that if you actually try at school and you start putting pressure on yourself, now testing how well you can handle pressure, now imagine how good you're going to be when you get out of school. You're going to be so far ahead of everybody else. But don't get me confused. I'm not saying that if you don't do well in school and you actually genuinely tried your hardest, that you won't be successful. I'm saying that we are getting lost. We are not even using our own brain at this point. We are sitting there and we're just absorbing all the information, and they're saying, oh, you don't need school. School is a scam. School this, school that, right? But I'm saying if you genuinely try your hardest at school and you teach yourself how to be disciplined and try to become something exceptional out of school, that is just as effective. So don't try to neglect school, say no, school is an absolute scam, I don't need to try, because this is the mindset that everybody's going into school with nowadays. Everybody says, I don't need school. Okay, yeah, I'm going to forget about it. I'm just going to cruise my way through. I don't care if I fail, because I'm going to be a Forex trader. I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to be this. But you don't understand how exceptionally difficult it is. You have to work extremely hard, but you're too lazy to open up a book and sit there and study. Sit on your ass and literally just read a book. That's what you struggle to do, but you want to run a business. You want to be a multi-millionaire. You want to be all these crazy things that take far more and beyond more discipline than it does to just be good at school. You want to accomplish all of those things, but you can't sit on your ass and read a book and just study information. School is so much easier than it will ever be compared to running a business. So don't get the message wrong that you don't need school to become successful. To a certain degree, yes, you don't. But if you want to start early and get yourself ahead of everybody else, when you run a race, you want to be ahead of everybody. You want the head start. So if you genuinely want to get a head start, you want to maybe become rich at a younger age, I would say school's the starting point. There are lots of millionaires that still did very well in school and they made it. And also another disclaimer is that I just want to say that I'm also a very big fan of Andrew Tate, so I'm not putting any hate towards him. I respect his message. His message is phenomenal. His message about being hardworking, always giving your best, and that if you truly dedicate yourself to something and you give 100% every single day, that you can become successful, you can be better than everybody else, you can accomplish anything you want. It's just waiting for you. If you want to buy a Ferrari, it's waiting for you in the shop. You want to buy your dream goals waiting for you. Everything is waiting for you. You just have to put in the work and genuinely commit yourself to what you want out of life. That's all true, but this is the one message that I would say I disagree with. Well, he never really stated this exact point, but this is the message that a lot of people sees it as, and a lot of people don't realize that it doesn't actually make sense, because school can be important to your life if you want to build genuine discipline and have some degree of work ethic. I would say start now. Start before you go out there into the real world, because the real world is much more difficult. Because when you're in school, you still have your parents to put a roof over your head. They still pay for your food. They still pay for your water bill, for your electricity bill. They still pay for all these expenses. You don't have to worry about a single expense. You don't have to worry about where you're going to sleep tonight, or you're going to eat tonight. All these real life things, you don't have to worry about that. So start early. That's my best message to you. Start early. It's either day one or day one.